Richtofen! Whatever you're thinking of doing, don't do it!
Future hangs by a thread. Great evil approaches.
Nope.
There is a chain of events that must be set in motion.
You cannot begin to comprehend the great evil you could unleash.
You do not want to meet what's on the other side of that door.
You know who I am?
What I do only to secure a better tomorrow.
Damn it, Richtofen! I thought we were done with this!
Be reborn!
Field report. I'm alone. It's been about a couple years, I think. Everything has gone to shit. We've lost so much. We've lost everything. The entire world is pretty much screwed. Then it was my buddy Peter.
What you just saw is a trailer for an upcoming series of mine called Cerebrum Mors, which is going to be based on an alternative timeline mixing both the Aether and Dark Aether storylines together to form my own unique take on the Call of Duty Zombies storylines. I have been writing this series since 2021. It has been a very long journey, and quite frankly, very stressful. This is basically a project to get me out there in terms of being able to tell a very well thought out story, as well as work on other skills such as animation, audio work, and I thought, why not start with something that I have been passionate about for most of my life? Call of Duty Zombies. Since I was a little kid, I loved Call of Duty Zombies and everything about it, and it was very unique to me. It was very fun. It was very repetitive, but that was basically the entire point of round-based zombies. Over and over again, you needed to find ways to fend off the horde. And with it came a very interesting story, which, while it was very strange and wacky, it was fun, as long as you knew what was going on. And most people didn't. My story is basically to sort of make sense of that, even though it isn't directly based off of the actual stories that have already been established by Treyarch. This is a unique adaptation. So how's the project going? Well, to say the least, I cut this trailer down a huge amount because I suck at animation. However, I'm pretty good at writing. I'm okay with audio mixing, and I've done a few pieces of music by myself using GarageBand and some plugins, as well as I have been enjoying editing certain parts of this, and I've been learning how to use Blender to animate. The intro you saw at the beginning was done in Blender, with some tutorials aiding the process. Some struggles I found while trying to put this trailer together have been trying to port over maps from pre-existing games such as Nocturne, Toten, and Verrucht. It has been an absolute pain, and I would rather scratch my fingers against sandpaper for hours. This is entertaining. And I'm glad that this didn't come with the I'm glad this didn't come with the texture too, so I get to look at fucking messy bubblegum the entire time I do this. This is great.
It's great.
Never have I loved Big League Chew more. I love how I had to do the same spots over and over again too. Stop pressing dissolve and delete it! You fucking... Ah! I'm having good fun. It's so much fun. Ah! Today's date is October 14th. I have 11 days to get this done. And I'm having the time of my life. God, I'm getting
Remember when we
upset.
thought creating things was going to be fun?
Oh, I mean,
that?
it can be fun, in theory.
And
It has also been very difficult to learn how to rig these 3D animated zombies models that have been given to me by a good friend named Discount TV. Their work is very good, and they are very talented in being able to rig the official Treyarch models and use them for nice concept art. You should definitely follow their work. I'll show it below in the description. However, I'm unable to use it because I have no idea what I'm doing with it, which goes to show how inexperienced I have been in this entire process, and I want to be better about it, which is why I'm showing what I know how to do, and I'm displaying it to you as it is now, as a cry for help. Basically, I would love nothing more than to have a handful of people who are willing to help. And I am willing to pay. I'm willing to pay you. I may not be able to pay a huge amount, but I'm not gonna leave you empty-handed. You see what's on the screen? You see that?
Uh-huh.
You tell me why there are so many nodes in the forearms. 2 different nodes right next to each other on each shoulder, and in the neck muscles. And then there's like a billion hip nodes. And then I don't know what these are for because the head's not here.
Came out.
I'm asking to see if I can get help in exchange for being able to actually pay you in money. I'm not going to pay you in exposure or Steam games. That's just not how I roll. I'm an ethical person, even though I'm not very rich. I will give you money to help with this project. That being said, I need a way to make money. Here's the issue. Call of Duty Zombies is not mine, so I'm going to be setting up a payment for the channel. You could subscribe to a page for you can give money to support the channel itself, not the project. You'll be able to get stuff based around the channel's usual content, such as these gaming videos and all this stuff, as well as an upcoming return of a podcast that I just haven't been able to do since 2021. That will be returning with a more live form. Me and my friend Zach will be in the same room. Speaking of Zach, he's been a big help in helping me with this project. In fact, he's done a ton of coding, and give him a round of applause. I mean, I couldn't have done a lot of this without him. He's just amazing at what he does. Whatever he does, I get confused most of the time when I'm looking at what he's doing. I feel like my eyes are crossing when I look over at his screen when he's streaming to me to show me what he is doing. Regardless, it has been a very troubling yet very enlightening journey in trying to put together my biggest project so far. I would still love to put it together. I have a story to tell, and I'd love to tell it in about 8 episodes, each of them about a half hour to an hour long, as well as some smaller snippet videos along the way that are in shorter form, around 10 to 15 minutes, that can be seen as side stories. If you love Call of Duty Zombies and you love playing the mode and you're interested in knowing at least a little bit more about the story, this series is probably going to be able to help you out just a little bit. I don't know every single thing about Call of Duty Zombies, but that's kind of the point. I wanted to make my own unique spin on an alternative universe story. So I hope you guys enjoy what I have so far. I think it will be good. The original concept was supposed to be an analog horror series, but I did not like the direction it was going in, so I have instead vouched to have it a more fully animated series. I understand animation takes a long time, which is why I don't really have any to show at the moment that I'm very comfortable in showing to you. And which is why the vague little release date of 2025 is one of two things. One, it's a placeholder and it might change. It's subject to change. And two, isn't specific to what quarter of 2025 it is. It's most likely going to be quarter 4. So next year around this time. So if you'd like, you can go ahead and subscribe to, I believe we're going to have a Patreon down below. I don't have it quite set up yet, but we will have it by whenever this video releases. Support the channel and get some exclusive content out of it. Hopefully, we'll be able to provide something to you, so that way we can create this brand new series and hopefully be able to expand upon it. I would love nothing more than to create this series for fun and be able to produce a wonderful story out of it. I think it would be very fun, and it's a story that I've been working with for a very long time, and the last thing I want to see out of it is for it to just not be used. I think it's something that I think every Call of Duty Zombies fan is going to enjoy listening and watching. I definitely do. I could always write it down on a Wattpad, but I don't think anybody really wants to read this story at this point. Watching it is definitely something people would rather want to do. So thank you for watching what I've got now. Hopefully, we'll be able to release this sometime in the future. And we'll see you on the next episode of Cerebrum Mors.